What's going on, everyone? I hope you all are doing well. Today, we are covering chapter 1161 of One Piece, and the title is A Love Ballad in a Hail of Arrows. Before we even get to the main chapter here, we got the cover story, which is The Resting Place of Heroes. That is the title, and this has been going on for 43 volumes. I have no idea how long Oda intends to have this cover story running for, because it's been 43 chapters, and I think we can all say we are done with this cover story. To be honestly, I don't want to see Yamato anymore. I just want to see, we have other cover stories that could probably be done that would be better than this. But yeah, so I mean, nothing really crazy going on here. Just Yamato, Kinemon, and Momonosuke at a shrine, and that's basically it. So, so we are still at God Valley. We're still in the flashback, which is awesome. Hopefully we get a couple more chapters of this, because that's the goal. We definitely want a couple more chapters of this for sure, as many as we can get. I don't know if we're going to get the full flashback, but we'll see. So, the beginning of the chapter, we start off, Marines are telling Celestial Dragons, all right, let's get out of here. You got to evacuate. So, they're evacuating all of the Celestial Dragons, and the people are trying to escape as well. So the thousands of innocent people are also trying to escape off the island if they can. And then we get a little panel here with Roger, Rox, and Garp. And, you know, it's funny because Roger is worrying about Shaki. They're all worrying about three different people, multiple different people. Roger's worrying mainly about Shaki. Rox is mainly worrying about his wife and Blackbeard. So he also says here, Eris, or Iris. I'm assuming it's Eris. So that means that's his wife's name. I don't know if that said that in the previous chapters. So I'm assuming that's his wife's name. And then we got Teach, which is Blackbeard. And then Garp's worrying about, where did Roger go? He says, where did Roger go? Honestly, the Garp slander is crazy this chapter, because, yeah, I mean, you guys will see why. But honestly, I have no idea what he's thinking and why he only cares about Roger and not all the innocent people being killed. I honestly have no idea what's going through Garp's head, if anything is going through his head, except for worrying about where Roger is. But then we get to, after that, we get to see Dragon running off with Shanks and Shamrock, the twins that were just born. And then one of the God's Knights comes over and literally shoots out a laser beam through his, right shoulder, right through Dragon's right shoulder, as he's trying to run away with the kids and try to escape. This is one of the God's Knights that we didn't know the name of, and was in the last chapter in that panel. Her name is Maffei, or Maffei. I'm assuming it's Maffei. And she is part of the Satchel's family, and she's a God Knight. The crazy thing is this is where we get to see where Shanks and Shamrock get separated. So Maffei sends a laser beam right through Dragon's right shoulder. Dragon falls and drops only one of the kids. And the kid, I'm assuming that he drops, is Shamrock. And then Maffei picks Shamrock up. Garp's laying on the ground after he just got shot, and he wants to get the other kid to... He's like, this is the only way I can atone for helping set up this twisted murder game. And so we could really finally see, we're finally getting some dragon action that he's very similar to Luffy. And I guess not Garp, because he doesn't care, so. Well, I guess we'll see later on, maybe in the next chapters. So Maffei's literally about to kill Dragon. And then, out of nowhere, Whitebeard and Big Mom just come out of the forest. And I don't know what attack they do. I'm assuming in the next panel, Whitebeard says, for the last time, I was aiming at the enemy, not you. So I'm assuming Whitebeard did that attack and literally just destroyed all of the trees that were near Maffei and Dragon. And Maffei gets literally sliced in half as well. So Whitebeard doesn't even know that he just did that. And he just sliced Maffei in half, which we know she's fine, because... most likely has the regenerative powers. I wonder if she's actually still alive. That would be interesting if she's still alive and she's coming in maybe this arc or upcoming. Well, we'll see. We'll worry about that when it comes. And then, so then Whitebeard and Big Mom come running out of the forest. And then Dragon's laying on the ground. He's like, these pirates are huge. I mean, I don't know how tall Big Mom and Whitebeard is. Let's just see how tall they are. So I just looked it up. Big Mom is officially 29 feet tall. Whitebeard in comparison stands at 21 feet tall. So I don't know if that's near the end of, because they look like the same height here. They look like the same height, but maybe just Big Mom grew. I don't know. But either way, it says online, Big Mom is 29 feet tall and Whitebeard is 21 feet tall. And Dragon is probably around 6 feet tall. So that is literally, they're like giants from Attack on Titan, basically. So he's laying there on the ground. And Big Mom's like, are you trying to kill me, Whitebeard? Like, with his attack. Because that was a crazy attack. He did literally just slice all the trees in the way. And Moffy as well. And so, I don't know if I said this, but Moffy picks up Shamrock. I believe she thinks that there's only one child. She knows it's Garling's child, but I'm pretty sure she only thinks there's one. And then we get a cool panel with Kaido, Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Shiki. Just absolutely destroying these Marines, these weak Marines. But yeah, and then we get to see Moffy again, so she's fine because she's got the regenerative powers. She's like, what the heck is happening on this island, like, right now? Like, seriously. And then Dragon's on the ground still, and I think he's starting to get up. And then Dragon's on the ground, he's saying, I could probably slip away now, but I lost the babies. And then he realizes that there's still a kid right down on the floor in front of him, and that's Shanks. Sorry, so he wasn't hiding him. He didn't know. I think Shanks just fell a little bit farther, and Moffy didn't see. I think that's what happened here. And so now we get, right after this, Garp's coming in. He sees Big Mom, Shiki, Kaido, and Whitebeard, and he just does this, and basically just sends this huge punch down into the ground near them. Dragon sees Garp, and he's like, Dad? So Garp is literally doing this huge attack. He's doing Heavenly Fure Blitz. This huge attack. And Dragon, his literal son, is like right next. I don't know if he's still right next to them, but like, Garp, what are we doing, bro? But yeah, so Garp sends this huge blast, Heavenly Fure Blitz, down to try to hit Big Mom and Whitebeard and Kaido and just like a bunch of the pirates as well. And then Garp comes over and he's like, this isn't even hot enough to cook a prime rib, Lin. And Big Mom's like, oh crap. Like, what the heck? So we cut back to Moffy, and then she's like, oh, the kidnapper's probably dead. So she's talking about Dragon. And they must not know that there's two children. She thinks that there's only one kid. And then she's telling the Marines on, like, the dispatch, she's like, oh, and I've secured the baby, that's good enough, right? And then they're like, yeah. So Dragon's running away now, and he's like, I'm sorry, you know, I may not be able to help your brother. He's telling that to Shanks, and Shanks actually when he fell, he got hit on the head. He's got, like, a little bump on his head. I don't even think he's crying, but he had his, like, eyes crossed out. But he's good, though, he's good. And then we get to see another one of the God Knight. We still don't know their name or what family they're a part of. And they're just shooting at a bunch of pirates. And they actually don't care. They're like, oh, pirate or townsfolk, none of you will escape. So, again, just crazy. They got a hat. It's interesting because the hat is similar to Law. I don't know if you guys are seeing that resemblance. That the hat is kind of like similar to Law. And then we cut to the Marines worrying because Rox is coming from the south, the Roger pirates coming from northwest, and they're trying to evacuate the Celestial Dragons out to the east. So basically they're getting like sandwiched right now, and that's what they're worried about. So, and I think this is where we finally get to see like how the Rox pirates are kind of like, we saw earlier with Whitebeard and Big Mom, they just don't really trust each other. So now we see that again. And they're kind of fighting over Shaki, like who's going to go save Shaki. So we got Captain John, I think Shiki, the other guy, I'm not sure his name, the other guy, and they're all trying to go save Shaki, as well as Gloriosa as well, because she wants to save Shaki as well. And they're like, oh, like, no, I'll get Shaki, I'll save Shaki. And then anyways, we cut over to Shaki where she's being held, and Summers comes in. Because we know Summers is literally insane. He's an insane, disgusting human being. And He's gonna just try to kill Shocky. That was his whole goal here. And right as he's about to kill Shocky, Rayleigh comes in clutch. Transcendent Hegon Crescent. Literally just knocks Summers into the wall with his attack. Absolutely insane. And Rayleigh coming in clutch and saving Shocky, which is just awesome. And also, we get to see Roger and Whitebeard do a little clash there as well. Seems like there's some like Conqueror's hockey coming out. I mean, obviously there is some Conqueror's hockey, but that's cool. And then they're like, guys, we got Shocky. Roger's like, guys, we got Shocky. Grab the treasure and make a run for it. So now, Roger's just told his crew to get out of here now. Rayleigh saved Shocky. And so now, like, what's going to happen, right? Like, now I'm starting to think, like is Roger, because, like, Roger, they're not going to leave yet. There's still more stuff to happen with Rox here. Is he going to see his kid and wife? And so that's where the chapter ends. No break next week, so it's just another chapter straight away. Now I'm just curious what's going to happen with the Rogers Pirates, the Rox Pirates. Hopefully Rox goes just absolutely destroys some Celestial Dragons. That would be awesome. But yeah, I don't know here. And I really want to see what Garp's going to do, because I wonder if he knows that Dragon is on the island or not. I'm wondering that because, you know, these crazy attacks he's doing and he doesn't care for Dragon. I don't know, but that just does seem like Garp. But then again, though, even if like he's just messing around, he doesn't care, and he knows like his son is like tough or whatever, I'm still curious why he doesn't care about any of the civilians. To be honest, like from Garp, that's kind of crazy. So Garp is on fraud watch right now, not for his strength, but for his morals here. But anyways, guys, thank you all for watching the video. Next week, chapter 1162, I'll be doing a video on that as well. If you all enjoyed, feel free to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.